we do a scene, I just see myself in Ethan's shoes, I guess, and it's the other way around with Alden. He's very similar with Joy. So it's just interesting, to explore and to know Joy on a deeper level while we're shooting this. And yes, it was challenging because every character for me is a challenge. But then the people around me made it easier. And I had a great time doing Joy and doing Marie for this. I'm lucky enough to have two characters.
And we're lucky enough for you to be here tonight with us.
Thank
Now, Alden, the chemistry between you and Kathryn is unbelievable. Yes, right? The way you look at each other, the way you hug each other, the way you touch each other. How has your roles evolved? How has your roles evolved in this movie, Hello, Love Again?
Well, I think to answer that question, the chemistry came in naturally. And during Hello Love Goodbye Pokasin, when that was the first time Kat and I were able to work together. And I think the setup there, like we don't know much about each other, and we started to get to know each other as we do Hello Love Goodbye. I think it also helped with the characters of Joy and Ethan during the first part. And right now, 5 years after, of course, the friendship is always there. And the familiarity between us, the trust between us, I think that's what radiates with the characters that we play. That's why maybe a lot of people, we've been getting a lot of comments and feedback that our chemistry, we have really good chemistry in this film, and actually also the first one. So it's basically, it came from the friendship that we have, the trust that we have with each other.
I love that. And now you guys filmed in Calgary, Canada. The first film was actually, the location was in Hong Kong. So how did the location influence the story?
I might be able to answer that better. So, if you notice, the location for each film, in part one, Hong Kong was also a character. It was portrayed as a character, as a location, as a place where people just stop over. They just pass by. In Canada, much like in part one, Canada is also a character. Here in the sequel, it's the place of permanence. So it's a place where your past lives and your future, they meet, where you have to decide who you would want to be and who would you want to be with, where you have to decide where home is or who home is. So the locations really played a lot in the story. In fact, both locations are the core of both stories.
I see. And is there one over the other? Which location would you want to go back to if there was a trilogy?
LA!
We'll never know.
Eagle Rock.
The sequel has always been
In
a
LA.
of us. So
Randall.
maybe 5 years
Santi.
after, we'll know if there will be another story. Olympics daw po.
Oh, Olympics nga.
So the answer to that yet.
Oh.
Well, we hope in the near future.
Hello.
So Mark and Marvin, your characters add a layer to the story. So tell us how you guys added that layer.
Go, Mark! Woo!
I mean, the first and foremost, credit to Alden and Kath and Carmi for telling a story about immigrants, right? I mean, my mom is sitting right there, and I keep crying because of the work and the heart and the hard blood, sweat, and tears that she poured to being here in the United States.
Go, Tita! Saan mami niya?
And so that's why
Saan mami niya?
I know. I
Saan
need
mami
to
niya?
this.
Saan mami ni
Oh,
Mark? Ewan.
but yeah,
Ewan.
and so that's the layer that Marvin and I both feel, because he'll tell his story because he felt it himself when he was trying when he just came here, and I'll let him tell the story.
Yeah, so this is actually very realistic for me. The Love Again is like my experience here going to the US, I felt like betrayed by my fellow Filipino, and it's
I mean,
so,
that's,
it's a hard
hey,
thing.
let's not cut it, you know. You nabobola yung ano mo, the same thing that happened to.
Yeah, the same, very, very the same yung anong nangyari. So it's kind of like triggering to me to watch because I felt it that I was in New York.
May nangyari kay Joy. Yeah.
Yeah. So talagang it's very realistic. I live in that moment when I was watching you. Like, oh my gosh, it's so
Oh, love you, Marv.
And then yeah, then I have my friends, my best friend who helped me here in LA, and all of my friends here. Of course, when I met Mark, is my joy.
Aww.
Friends really helped me here in the US. Here at home.
We love you, Marv.
Yes, Mark is my more and my home. So talagang,
Kilig.
talagang here in the US, friends talaga, not the family,
Aww.
but friends are the ones who help you.
Love you.
Like in the story, we were your friends and we are
I
your
love
friends.
him.
talaga.
He's so sweet.
That's our character.
And that's why we work so hard to tell everyone, watch this movie.
Yeah.
Because this is the Filipino experience.
That's why we went
watch
to
it?
Philippines to
Why
promote
did you
this. We went to schools, we went to provinces, we went to Cebu, we went to Laguna. We're so hard to promote it. talaga. And thank you so much for the support. Thank you.
Aww.
Now, Kevin, what was it like joining this cast?
What was it like getting in between that, you mean? I didn't know what I was getting myself into. They have a powerful, obviously, chemistry, like you said. I didn't really have too much time to think about it, actually. The producers were like, you should, we're thinking about a role for you, and then I didn't know I had it till probably a week in, and I was like, okay, I gotta watch the movie, read the script, do all this stuff. So I didn't really have too much time to think about it. All I knew is that these two were the biggest things since, Hello, Hollow. So I had a lot
Hello,
to
Hollow.
talk to. So I had to bring my A game.
So
That's
cute.
all I knew.
I like him. He's
And
cute.
that was a great experience, but
That's
it was
cute.
really awesome working with this whole cast and some friends actually, because my friends were the ones that got me a part of this as well. But it was great to make new friends, work with such great talent, and it was really awesome.
That's amazing. Where did you find out that you had this role?
It was on Craigslist.
Yeah, right. You're a comedian. You're cute.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
I like him a lot. He's funny.
Yeah, it was definitely. I was
Oh, he's so
unemployed looking for a
funny.
job. But actually, it was Mark. Mark and I and Marvin are really good friends, and Mark always thinks of me. Just thought of a good role, and so that